Oil is found in the moon. What happens next? You joke that America will invade, but that's gonna be some scientifically interesting shit. That basically means life existed on the moon long ago. Probably not much, because it's way too expensive to get it to Earth. Oil comes from dead things, and the moon has never had life. Therefore some serious conspiracy theories spring up as to how it got there. Space paleontologists would start getting government grants to go look for the fossils of moon dinosaurs. The moon was an egg but it never hatched, so all the oil is the ancient organic matter from what would have hatched from it. The moon has been committing human rights abuses for too fucking long. Russia and China also feel it is a threat to their national security. America seems like moon needs some freedom. You say this like it's a hypothetical, but there is fuel on the moon, it's just not oil. Helium-3, http://www. ESA, in/support/preparing_for_future/space_for_earth/energy/helium-3 mining_on_the_lunar_surface is a fuel source for, still theoretical, fusion reactors. It's more likely we'll use Jupiter as our solar system's main source, but the moon is the closest. Well, this made my plot to blow up the moon much easier. We extract it and burn the fossil fuel reserves of a second planet on Earth and fuck the climate. Like Eiffel Tower fuck the climate basically. Star Spangled Banner begins playing. Suddenly ExxonMobil and Lukoil are throwing billions at spacecraft development. Bruce Willis, Billy Bob Thornton and Steve Buscemi are hired on as experts, because apparently it's easier to train oil rig drillers to be astronauts than it is to teach astronauts on how to be oil rig drillers, or something. And construction begins on a 240,000 mile long pipeline, making the Dakota Access Pipeline look like a tiny coffee-sized straw in comparison. America. A lot of scientific study. Course that means that there was life there. Looks like I have some hive killing to do. I wake up. Sparksy Forks. Jason Kenney tries to give it a tax break. Ice astronaut. Are those anybody here fortunate son, or is that just Murdo? Nothing. Transporting it to Earth is cost prohibitive. Burning it on the moon requires oxygen which doesn't exist. We reinvent the science of geology and the theory of how the moon formed, because clearly there were some fundamental and foundational mistakes. Sounds like the moon needs some freedom. Said in an American accent. Close bracket. You ever see Despicable Me? Mass panic among the scientific community as evidence is found of life on Luna. Bald eagle screeches in the background. A lot of scientific research. We invade the shit out of Mars, cause terrorism. Moon to US pipeline. I personally will go and light it all on fire. Boom. Second sun. Nighttime will be gone. War of some sort. America being heavily involved. The great oil recovery of 2020 start. Well then. Sounds like the moon needs a little bit of freedom. Moon's about to get a healthy dose of freedom. Restart the space race, boys. Elon Musk building an elevator up to the moon to get oil. America enters the chat. Nothing. No cars on the moon. Yet. The next thing is not that America invades it, but that would mean that life exists on the moon. Would be cool. Helium-3 is in the moon, a better energy resource than oil. Not that I think we should be mining the moon. You slip and break a bone. What happens next? They realize it is there because of a leak from one of the Apollo landings. Mayo America. Nothing. We know the moon Titan has huge hydrocarbon reserves, but we have not attempted to colonize. Heck, you apparently don't even have to mine it. It rains oil there and forms rivers and lakes. Time to bomb the moon, terrorists. Space race moon. 0. There is. Space forces designated to secure oil assets on other planetoids. America. The US will finally invest in space travel. A trip to Mars starts with a stop on the moon. Finding oil there might make Mars more achievable. The harvest. The Space Force gets put to use. Donald Trump Hello, I like more oil. Nothing. You know how hard it would be to get oil off the moon? And since the only oxygen up there is what we bring with us, we'd never use it as a fuel on site. Might be useful for plastics, but the fire risk would have to be assessed. Also, what the fuck is it doing there? Moon dinosaurs? America! Exclamation mark. Fuck yeah! Exclamation mark. Comment to save the motherfucking day, yeah! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Boring answer. Nothing, because there's plenty of fossil fuels on Earth still. Although the scientific implications could be really interesting, because it implies that the moon once had an abundance of flora/fauna, and may result in the birth of the space paleontology field. Joke answer. China attempts to paint the moon red to lay claim over it. America writes the words Coca-Cola over it and secures it for themselves. Prepare for freedom. You can't burn it there without oxygen. You can't get it to Earth. If you could build a plastics plant there, you could manufacture all plastic moon bases made from molded parts. And anything else that colonists needed that could be made from plastic. That's about it. Well, we blame Iran, then rate the moon of its oil and say fuck everyone else. Ellen will get to secretly develop and take over Mars while the US and China fight for the moon. Me. Thank fucking God. Can we get this colonization shit going already? I couldn't care what the reason is anymore. Michael Bay straps Bruce Willis and the rest of his crew on the next rocket. Scientists' brains explode, and we start sending more probes/missions to investigate. No, we wouldn't invade it. No one will ever question NASA's budget again. All of the sudden Republicans will be interested in science and exploration, etc. Gonna need to go free the shit out of the moon. The United States of Space Boy. Nuke the moon. A law by the UN will be made that resources of note Earth should not be overused. Oil will drop value. NASA will get more financing. Why do you think we are standing up a Space Force? The US takes over the moon. Space Force happens. It gets drained. Mom, this water tastes weird and looks weird, Mom. TH. That's oil. In no way would that oil ever be shipped to Earth, but it could make a settlement on the moon more likely as a readily available source of energy that doesn't require ultra expensive storage would make a pioneer-like settlement more feasible. The real question is what happened before for there to be oil on the moon. We liberate the citizens of the moon from dictatorship. Nothing. Not economically feasible to drill, produce, and export back to Earth. By the time we run out of oil on Earth, we will have transitioned to another energy source. I go jack off because I can only safely proceed with post-nut clarity. America will destroy the moon to get it. The Space War. America reminds everyone of their flag. Operation Lunar Freedom. The military budget is cut in half and given to Elon Musk on the condition that he colonizes the moon first instead of Mars. Hasta la vista. Tides. We rate the moon. The president of the moon has been known to have committed of several war crimes and depriving his people of basic human rights. US troops are set to land later this month. America. NASA suddenly has tons of funding again. Star-Spangled Banner plays in distance. America, this is our oath and you commie scum. Time for a crusade. It's the 1969 space race all over again. America happens. BP releases Cthulhu. BP, we are sorry. We're whalers on the moon. US invades. The Space Force would quickly become reality.